Hi everyone, I'm Vinay. Now I'm going to show you about the adaptive software development. Adaptive software development is a software development process that grew out of rapid application development work by Jim Hicksmith and Sam Bayer. It uses the principle that continues the adaptation of the process to the work at the normal states of affairs. Adaptive software development replaces the traditional waterfall cycle with a repeating series of speculate, collaborate, and learn cycles. These dynamic cycles provide for continuous learning and adaptation to the emergent state of the project. The characteristics of an adaptive software development lifecycle are that it is mission focused, feature based, iterative, time box, risk driven, and change of tolerant. Moving on to the next slide is about the advantage. Adaptive software development methodology has an adaptive team which is able to respond to the changing requirements. The team does not have to invest time and effort to find out that by the time they deliver the product, the requirements have changed. Face-to-face communication and continued input from the customer representative leaves no space for the guesswork, and the document is crisp and to the point to save the time. Speaking about the disadvantage, it is difficult to access the effort required at the beginning, lack of emphasis on unnecessary designing and documentation. Project can easily get taken off track if the customer representative didn't know the output that they demand. So it is advisable that the customer need to know what they going to demand. Senior programmers are highly capable of making the decision acquired for the process. Next is the speculate, collaborate, learn lifecycle. The word speculate refers to the paradox of planning. It is more likely to assume that all stakeholders are comparably wrong for certain aspect of the project mission while trying to define it. Collaboration refers to the effort for balancing the work based on predictable part of the environment and adapting to uncertain surrounding mix of changes caused by various factors such as technology, requirement, stakeholders, and software vendors. The learning cycle challenging all stakeholders are based on the short iteration with design, build, and testing. During these iterations, the knowledge is gathered by making small mistakes based on false assumptions and correcting those mistakes, thus leading to greater experience and eventually mastery in the problem domain. Moving on to the next slide, as we can see, is the adaptive life cycle phases, which have project initiations, adaptive cycle planning, concurrent feature development, quality review, and final QA and release. So these are the phases that are under the speculate, collaborate, learn model. Next is the last slide. Speaking about the contribution, adaptive software development can contribute to the discussion about the perspective, values, principle, and more critically, how project teams and organizations need to respond to our change-driven economy. That's all for my presentation, and thank you for listening.